Hey everyone, welcome to week number 2 in EDCI 6710 in the Masters in Curriculum and Instruction at CSU Bakersfield. This week our topic is on special needs in an online environment. In this video I'm going to go over some of the assignments and break down a little bit more what types of tasks you're going to be completing this week. So first, we're going to continue with the assignments and readings. There's a lot of different articles for you to choose from there. Just make sure you follow the directions and then participate in the Flipgrid discussion board. Now, I know that sometimes there's issues with Flipgrid, and so just a quick tip of advice: if you're using your phone, you want to download the latest version for Flipgrid. And then something you might want to try as well is trying it on your computer, but maybe with a different browser. So if you were using Google Chrome, try Firefox, or if you're using Firefox, try Google Chrome. Typically, Firefox and Google Chrome are going to be your best bet. And if you're having trouble, don't fret, just email me, and you can send me a response by email, and I'll accept it, and we'll make sure that we work through any issues that you have. The next big assignment coming is the 21st Century Autoethnography Journal. So remember that in the first week, what we did is we broke down how you're interacting within your online environment. And so one of the interesting parts right now is that I personally feel like, this is just temporary, but it's been almost a year now where many of us are almost, constantly on an online environment. And so it's important for us to see this temperature check of how we're doing now. Now, this week coming up, you're going to start looking at the peripheries of your environment, and the periphery is going to be everybody else that's there. And as educators or working in education, the people who are all around us are going to be students. And as such, we're going to try and figure out where our students spending their time online. Some of the popular spaces are on YouTube, on Roblox, TikTok, Omegle, Fortnite, Among Us. These are just some of the areas you can explore. I encourage you to explore either areas that you know that maybe your children are in, or relatives, or your students. You're going to get the most bang for your buck if you explore the areas where your students are at. So for your journaling directions, the first thing is that you're going to spend 2 to 3 hours in an online space. Now be aware that some of these places are a little bit more difficult for you to really get acclimated to. So for example, if you go into Fortnite, 2 to 3 hours starting out might not be enough for you to start out, because sometimes I feel like I need a PhD in Fortnite to be able to navigate that successfully. But it doesn't have to be something that you've never experienced before. It could be a space that you've been on before, but now you want to explore it more in depth. But this is going to be totally up to you. The next thing is you only want about 2 to 4 pages of notes. Honestly, 3 is probably the sweet spot. And anything more is going to be a little bit too cumbersome for the next activity that comes. When you're doing your notes, you don't really want to give us like a play-by-play or telling us exactly, minute by minute what's going on. You're more of going to tell us kind of like what you're feeling, what you're learning as you go through it. You can give us a play-by-play on some elements. So for example, you could tell us, I saw this YouTube video and then I clicked and I went out of it and this is what I discovered. That's more than fine, but it shouldn't just be like a stream of directions, and that's what we kind of want to avoid. And then finally, you're going to do an activity where you're going to code. You're going to find codes, you're going to find categories and themes on the journaling notes that you took. You can actually watch a video where I break down that activity for you. That activity is probably going to take you about an hour, maybe 2 hours to complete. And but you're going to get a lot out of what you discover in the space that you were in. And then finally, you're going to upload the journal with the codes onto Canvas by 1:31 at 11:59 p.m. If you need an extension, if you're having trouble with any of those pieces, definitely reach out. And yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody again online this week. And stay safe and be blessed.